people overthink positioning. Like I talk a lot lately about don't be an expert, be an enthusiast. Everyone's losing in content right now because they're like, I'm an expert. And then we are like, you're not, and it's over before you start.
That's right.
Right? I've never said I was an expert, and I actually am in the shit that I talk about. I did 15 years of wine before I talked. I did 30 years of business before I talked, and never say the word expert. You know why? Because I'm not insecure about it. I am it. Everybody else.
So practitioner would be the word that I would.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Well, I'm a practitioner.
So what I think you need to do is not worry about positioning. When you're right. Too many people worry about the positioning because they think that's the thing that gets it done. It's not. It's the truth that gets things done. Whether you're an expert or enthusiast or influence, people are like, I'm not an influencer. I'm like, cool. Like, people call me everything. I think I'm a fucking motivational speaker? I do not think I'm a motivational speaker. Do I think many people position me? Sure. All of it's irrelevant. It's all about what the actual truth is. You are actually not just a tenant. You are a beacon of the community. You're all these things. And when you start talking, then things happen. I was on 2 meetings. I'll give you an example. I was on 2 meetings today, both which were clients that don't know me. They know my teams. I was in 2 of them today, which is not that often, by the way, that this happens. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger where I'm not the only one selling clients in, and I rarely service clients. So I was in 2 meetings. Ironically today, it made me think of it. Do you know what my takeaway was from both meetings? Oh shit, Gary really knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's not just the mascot of this company. That wasn't me positioning. I didn't start the meeting with like, I'm the CEO. Like, I just talked for 30 minutes or went back and forth. Get a seat at the table with no positioning. I'm JD.
That's what it is.
Right,
That's
I'm
right,
JD,
yeah.
Motherfucker. That's who I am. But when you
that
talk.
That works for me, actually.
I know it does.
I just also often.
But you gotta remember.
We'll also ask you to leave.
That's fine too, but you gotta remember, for all of you and for everybody who's watching at home, if they were able to watch this, it doesn't matter what your title says. It matters what you do. When you say something, do you back it up? And so don't overstress how you're positioned. Just talk that talk. Here's why it works. If they're smart, they'll know. I win with smart winners, and I lose with dopey losers. If somebody's confused about my merits after I'm done talking about a subject, that's not on me, that's on them. And honestly, I use it as a filter for me. And by the way, sometimes it doesn't land for me, and I walk out and be like, because I never talk about anything other than exactly what I know. So if it doesn't land, there's some political reasons they don't want to hire us or work with me or like what I said. There's some other things going on. That's not my worry. I'm not in the business of convincing. I just move on.
That's great. That's very encouraging. That's actually true to my actual way. But I just feel like I've been beating on these doors so long. I'm like, it's frustrating, right?
Listen, I continue to be talked about as the wine guy, an influencer, a motivational speaker, and I'm building some of the biggest businesses. Like, I'm building the most successful advertising agency in the world. Nobody even knows I have a job. Everyone's like, one of the top 10 searches is, what does Gary V actually do? Like, so like, fuck that noise. Like, people are gonna judge, like, it's irrelevant what people think before you start talking. It's important what people think after you're done talking your truth. Sometimes it's not gonna land because they don't care what you have to say. They have a financial incentive, a political incentive. They've already decided who they want to play your role, and that's just life.
Yeah. Awesome.
I mean,
really
we lost a recent, I'll give you a good one. We lost a recent pitch. It was fire. I was so proud of my team. And like, I was baffled by it for a few minutes. And then like somebody walked by and was like, oh, the agency they picked is the son-in-law of one of the partners. I'm like, oh.
They just had to have the two other bids or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish we knew that before we put in that work, but cool, like Mazel Tov. Like that's, of course, like that doesn't bother me at all. That's life.
All the time.
So that, all right.